Hey, just a little quick update on my garden. As here, I start off here with the corn. Corn's starting to come up pretty good. There's a few little bare spots, some of them places in here. And what I did was I went ahead and planted a few more ears of corn to kind of fill in these bare spots here. Some of them started coming up. I got a couple coming up right down in here. There's some starting to come up. Still got to do a little bit of weeding, but when I mowed, I was able to put in some of the grass clippings to kind of help cover up some of the stuff. My stevia plants, they're right here. They're doing pretty good. I see like this one here starting to get a few little flowers on it. And tomatoes, they're doing pretty good. The cucumbers are starting to do really good over here. Some of those are doing really good. I've been trying to feed them in and out of the fence. Like I need to take this one and feed it in the fence so it doesn't spread out on the ground. These tomatoes are starting to do pretty good. You can see they're starting to get good size. Flowers are coming on them. Got this one over here. Each day I kind of go out and try and keep them in the cage for right now until they get above the cage. Sweet peas over here. They're starting to do pretty good. I think I'm going to get some nice group of sweet peas off of those, or snow peas. More of my tomatoes. But a couple of these peppers are still a little bit small, but they're getting a little bit bigger, getting there. You see, I got a lot of grass I got to deal with here. The cabbages are doing pretty good. My beets, they're okay. There's not as many as I was wanting, but there's a pretty good supply of them. I've got my kale and lettuce and spinach, and then here's more cucumbers, and on my sweet potatoes, planted I think it was 38 of them, and right now we had been at 11, hadn't got any green on them. Now we're down to 9 of them, don't have any green on them. All right, so we're still going. This one down here, don't look like there's any green on that one. It may not make it, but some of them, like this one right down in here, I don't know if you can see it too well, but right in here there's a little bit of green leaves coming up on them, so they're doing pretty good. So I may have 9 that didn't grow. Got a couple that's going here that's doing really well. They got some nice green on those. Have my volunteer potatoes. Not sure exactly what variety they are, but they're volunteered, so I'm just gonna let them go. This one here, you can see just a few little green leaves starting to come on that one, so that'll make it. And I'm hoping a few more of the peppers will make it. And we have, here's our beets. There's a few sections there. It takes quite a bit to keep up on the weeding on these things. I see some I need to get in here and pull. Trying to use some of the paper is kill out some of the grasses as I mow them, covering them up. See, I've had watermelons we started 2 or 3 times, and this time we put cages around them, and I have some coming up here. Finally, the rabbits were eating them down as quick as they're coming up. Big old patch of dill, and not sure what all these are going to be, but they're tomatoes. I'm going to let them grow and see what they do. They're probably a cherry tomato, but you never know. This tomato's doing pretty good. Here's our head lettuce. It's starting to do pretty good. The rabbits were eating those, so we kind of covered them up. I've got still like this first one here. Looks like something's been still eating on it. And then I have over here where I had my raised beds. I did finally weed out these. I didn't plant anything in them this time, but I have lots of lemon balm here. Making teas of that. Peppermint, spearmint squeezed in here, and this here is all. Can't remember this oregano or thyme. I've got oregano and thyme in here. Chives are kind of getting buried in here, but you can see this is the asparagus plant. It's parts of it over here is as tall as I am. Just, right about here is my head height. So they're getting huge this year. I don't know if there's any small enough to pick in there, but I kind of missed it this year. You can see in here some of these stalks, they're huge in there, so got a good supply of them. I'd had stuff planted over here, and I decided not to plant anything in there, so I'm going to pull that up eventually and just put that back in the grass. But that's kind of my garden as right now. So I have lots of lemon balm and peppermint and spearmint and thyme and oregano. So anybody that's around my area around here, around the Omaha-Lincoln area, you know, shoot me a message and we can make arrangements to get you some of it, because I'm not going to be able to use all that. I come out and pick it, you know, every once in a while. But so if you want anything, just let me know if you're in the area, and we can make arrangements to get it to you. Remember to just kind of like and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'll have a playlist for my garden in the end here, and I'll keep you updated